Hi guys, in this lecture I will explain how to write a Java program, what's the structure of Java program and how to execute your first Java program. Actually in Java a source file is officially called a compilation unit. It is a text file that contains one or more class definition. So the Java compiler requires that a source file use the .java file name extension. So let's start. We will use Notepad as a editor. Hey guys, let's start our practical section and I will explain you how to write Java's first program in Java. So I'm using Notepad as a editor. So every beginner who want to learn Java at the beginning level, please use Notepad as a editor. After that, when you will become a familiar with Java, you can use professional editor. Okay, we will also use in coming lecture use professional editor. I will explain everything about that. Just first you can use Notepad as a editor. So I want to add some comments, because comment are the section where you can add anything, explain the about the program. So first slash this is our first program in Java. This is a comment. Okay, I have already explained. Like most other programming language, Java lets you enter remarks into a program source file. So the contents of the comment are ignored by the compiler. Java supports three style of comments. You are seeing at the screen. First one is multi-line comments. This type of comments must begin with slash, asterisk and end with asterisk slash. Anything between these two comments symbol is ignored by the compiler. So you can put every description of any method in these type of comments. Next, Java support single line comments. A single line comment begin with double slash and ends at the end of the line. Third category is Java doc comments or any multi-line comments start with slash, double asterisk, asterisk slash that are placed before class, fields, method declaration. They must begin with a slash and two stars, and they can include special tags to describe characteristics like method, parameters or turn values. So next we are using class hello, opening brace, closing brace. Class, it is a keyword, hello is a identifier. So hello is an identifier, that is the name of the class. So the entire class definition including all of its member will be between the opening curly brace and closing curly brace. Okay, this is the body of class. Now I want to add one method, public static void main string with one argument string string arg. Okay, this is opening and closing brace of method. So public keyword is an access modifier which allows the programmer to control the visibility of class members. when a class member is preceded by public keyword, then that member may be accessed by code outside the class, so in which it is declared. In this case, main must be declared as public. So since it must be called by code outside of its class when the program is started, so it must be public. Next keyword is static. It allows main to be called without having to initiate a particular instance of the class. This is necessary since main is called by the Java virtual machine before any object are made. The keyword void simply tells the compiler that main does not return a value. Main is identifier, it is the name of the method. If all this seems a bit confusing, so don't worry, all of these concepts will be discussed in detail in subsequent lectures. Okay, so next is string args. String args declare a parameter named args, which is an array of instances of the class string. So in this case, args receive any command line argument present when the program is executed. Opening curly brace. This signal the start of main's body. All the code that comprises a method will occur between the method's opening curly brace and its closing curly brace. Now I want to add one statement, only one statement, system dot out dot println just hello world. So this line output the string hello world followed by a new line on the screen. So we are using system.out.println. System, what is system? System is a predefined class that provides access to the system, and out is output stream that is connected to the console. It is an output stream. This is a system class. Println, it's a method. Notes that the println statement ends with a semicolon. Okay, so all statements in Java end with semicolon. The reason is that other lines in the program do not end in a semicolon, is that they are not technically statement. So our program is now ready. We will save it, file and save. So by convention, the name of the main class should match the name of the file that holds the program. You should also make sure that the capitalization of the file name matches the class name. So at the reason for this is that Java is case sensitive. So at this point, the convention that file name correspond to class name may seem arbitrary. So however, this convention makes it easier to maintain and organize your program. So your file name must be same as class name, like H is capital hello dot Java, put double quotes, then save. Now our program is saved at desktop. Now we run this program. We are going to command prompt. CMD at search box, open your command prompt. Now go to so you are at desktop, you can check like your hello.java is available. No, 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 no. Java C hello dot java. To compile the hello program, execute the compiler java c specifying the name of the source file on the command line as shown here, like this. Thus java c compiler creates a file called hello.class that contains the bytecode version of the program. So press enter. Your source code now convert into bytecode. I want to show what is bytecode. So minimize it. In this file hello.java is your source code. Hello.class with class extension, it is a bytecode. This is your bytecode. Actually, Java C compiler converts your source code into bytecode. The Java bytecode is the intermediate representation of your program that contains instruction the Java virtual machine will execute. So, your source file, source code converts into bytecode. Java source code is compiled, each individual class is put into its own output file named after the class and using .class extension. This is why it is good idea to give your Java source file the same name as the class they contain. The name of the source file will match the name of the .class file. So now execute the program. Okay, so we use Java is a interpreter. Hello, just name of the class without extension. Okay, enter. Okay, this is the output of your first Java program. When you execute Java and you are actually specifying the name of the class that you want to execute, like here hello, it is a class name with, and it will automatically search for the file by that name that has the .class extension. So if it finds the file, it will execute the code contained in the specified file. At the end of the lecture, this is the question. So what are the two parts in executing a Java programs? So please give the answer in comment section, otherwise I will tell you in the next lecture. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. So I will see you in next lecture.